Who is Nasari Vega?
I'm a documentary photographer and artist.
Are you in school? If so, where and what do you study?
Currently, I study at Valencia College, doing studio art, and soon I'll be transferring to UCF.
What is your final goal? Do you intend to keep evolving constantly, or do you have one strict thing that you want to do?
I think with photography, it's constantly evolving. There's not a certain goal that I have, but in my dream world, I think what I really want to do is just inspire others. So probably being a photography professor and leading the future generation of artists and just mentoring others like professors did to me. But I also just want to be a part of a big creative team, whether that be a publication or working in a creative team at Jazz at Lincoln Center. I just want to be a part of art in general.
What are some examples of gear that you can't live without?
My main camera is a Canon R6 Mark II, so right now that's mainly what I'm using, but I can't live without my Godak's flash. I love her so much. I'm really into film-inspired pictures, so usually I will pull up my Godak's flash to get that film-inspired look. And I can't live without my film camera. I usually just take photos on my film camera. I usually use it for just personal projects rather than more creative projects because it's something that's more intimate to me rather than my commercial-based work. So I take my film camera everywhere, whether that be normal just street photography or taking photos of my friends or family. I always keep it in my purse. It's always on me.
Why did you get into photography?
I started doing photography when I was about 11 or 12 years old. I first started doing it as a hobby. I just picked up my mom's old Olympus camera and I started taking pictures of everything, whether that be nature or just my family and friends. And over time, I started getting a little more creative with it. So I would find these little LED lights and I would like place them all over my face to try to get this like cool portrait look. And that's when I knew that I had control of all the pictures I was taking. So I really liked that creative liberty that I had. And it wasn't until high school when I realized that I wanted to take it professionally. I got to high school. I went to a performing arts high school, and there was all kinds of art around me. I already knew that I liked photography, but I didn't know that I wanted to pursue it yet. So I decided to get into the jazz band at my school. I didn't know how to play music at all. I actually played piano since I was about 8 years old. And because I was stubborn, I never learned how to read music. So I would just play by ear the songs that I liked. So when I auditioned, or when I was going to audition for my jazz band, I couldn't even qualify because I couldn't sight read, I couldn't do anything. And I was really bummed out about it. But one day, my yearbook teacher, he gives me the yearbook camera, and he gave me this little sticky note with the ISO range and the shutter speed. That was it. I didn't know anything else. And he says, here, take it to the jazz show. You know a lot about jazz, I think you'd like it. So I went to the jazz show, took out the camera. I was like bummed that I couldn't play with them, taking photos. And after a few minutes, I realized that I wasn't even focused on the music. I was focused on capturing what it felt like. I would zoom into their hands and how they looked on the instruments, or the expression on their faces. And I was so captivated by the movement and the energy in the room, even like the small taps of people's feet on the floor. I was just in love with it, and from that moment I knew I don't need to be a musician to be a part of jazz. I can contribute with my camera. And I started doing that for everything that I loved. I didn't need to be this great singer to go take photos of this choir or something. I loved that I was able to contribute something with my camera.